Today I want to talk to you about your plant and equipment finance and how you can get a bit of a gauge for how your finance levels sit compared to historically within your business and whether it's reasonable. So we've got an example here, heavy haulage trucking company. In 2020 they turned over $10 million. They had $1 million profit or 10% profit, which for their industry was quite good. Now, they had equipment finance per annum of $850,000 in repayments, or 8.5% of what they turned over. Now, if we fast forward 5 years to 2025, they've now doubled their turnover. They're turning over $20 million, which is a really good result for them. However, their profit has only increased by $500,000 to $1.5 million, which is only 7.5% of their turnover. So they're bringing more money in the door, but there's more money going out with expenses. What has also happened in that time is they've bought a lot of new trucks. So they've got $2 million in truck repayments, they've got $400,000 in trailer repayments. So $2.4 million a year is going out in repayments, or 12% of their turnover. Now, a couple of things I want you to focus on. Firstly, there's an issue here with the fact that they've doubled their turnover, but their profit hasn't kept up. That's a real red flag because they may be taking on work just for the sake of doing more work, making more money, but they're actually not keeping that money, okay? The second thing is looking at this equipment finance. 8.5% of your turnover to 12%. So what they've done is they've actually increased their proportion of equipment finance repayments compared to their turnover well past their historical average. The average was 8.5%, they've gone up to 12% of turnover. So what we can help you with is actually looking back at your business and looking back, say, the last 5 years and saying, per annum, what were you spending on plant and equipment? What was that as a proportion of your turnover? And are things still on track, or do you need to make some adjustments? And that's the whole idea of this exercise.